TBC, what's the deal? Now, there are two things that's going to get Dominic Wade in trouble. Him being susceptible to left hooks and his bravery. I've been sitting back watching a lot of Dominic Wade. I watched him fight Grover Young. Watched the Nick Brinson fight a few times. Watched him knock out, what's the guy's name? Freddie Montoya, I believe the guy's name was. Knocked him out with a clean right hand and put him face first and knocked him out. Another fight, watched him sparring. Been trying to watch as much as I can of him. Let me give credit to Dominic Wade for not crying, screaming, scratching his way into a fight with Triple G. Let me give credit to Dominic Wade for not having to talk to his team. Let me give credit to Dominic Wade for not needing 18 months to get the fight with Triple G. Let me credit Dominic Wade for not changing his attention to YouTube uploaders. But when I break down this fight, though, it's a mismatch. Dominic Wade has quick hands. He has decent footwork and movement. Decent power. He's solid. Pretty much at all the different skills. But to beat Triple G, I think you're going to have to be more than solid. And the different things that you're good at, you're going to have to be great with some of those different tools on certain nights. And I don't think Wade can be great at anything yet, not at this stage. I think there's still a lot for him to learn. I'm not sure Dominic Wade is better than Antoine Douglas. I'm not sure he's better than Robert Brandt. He might be. I'm not totally sure. Those are the guys who I think he should be fighting. Even a guy like Willie Monroe Jr., who put up he was brave and he put up a good performance against Triple G as far as sticking in there and, trying to win the fight. That's the type of performance I think Dominic Wade is going to show us. Wade, he can fight, with his right guard up, protecting his chin, and then he fight with his left hand down, kind of fight with that slick counter puncher type of stance. And he can fight off his back foot to a degree. But with that left hand being down, he's susceptible to left hooks. Nick Brinson landed a solid left, landed a few of them, but landed one particularly, I believe it was the third round he landed, that buzzed Wade, rocked him backwards. And what did Wade do? He did what you want any fighter to do. Bite down on your mouthpiece and step back in there. That bravery sometimes can get you in trouble when you need to probably just move and get a different angle and then just restart. Sometimes that bravery, stepping right back in there, can get you in trouble. So he's going to be brave and he's going to go down in a blaze of glory. But another thing he likes to do when he's really comfortable is he'll fight with his hands down, let punches go. I don't think there's going to be a time in this fight where Triple G lets him be comfortable. So what does Wade like to do? He'll shield up with the high guard and he'll try to chop you down with lead left hook, lead right hands. I don't think that's going to work. As soon as you go to the high guard, Triple G is going to pick you off. We know Triple G likes to fight at mid-range. He showed that he can fight inside. In my opinion, some people don't think he can, but in my opinion, he can. But that high guard position with Triple G, he's going to pick shots. He's not a guy that's going to stand there and not know what to do when you just have the high guard standing there. He's going to feint you out of the high guard to get you to take your guard away. And if he doesn't do that, if you're standing, he's just going to pick his shots, either shoot shots around your arms or through your gloves. Or he'll just step right to you and just rough you up. Wade does have a damn good right hand. So, Triple G just can't walk in there and think nothing's going to come back. I mean, this kid does have a nice right hand. I've seen him knock a guy face first. You know what I mean? You can argue Triple G has a better chin than that guy, but I still seen somebody go face first by getting hit by this kid. So, if there's a way that Wade can take Triple G's power without his legs doing any type of dances or funny movements or him going to sleep, and if he can apply his quick hands, throwing in combinations, backing Triple G up, making Triple G reset, or making Triple G follow him when he's fighting off his back foot. He can have a chance, but he's not great at any of those things. He's just a solid guy going backwards. It's going to take more than that against a guy like Triple G. Um, you know, he likes the jab, but I can see his jab getting countered. And I believe once he starts to get countered over his jab, he's going to put the jab away. Usually when guys are out there and they like the jab, and once they start to get countered over their jab, where they just can't land the jab as frequent as they want, they just put the jab up. And I think he's going to go right to the high guard position. I don't think him trying to fight with his hands down loosey goosey is not going to work. It's just not going to work. Triple G is too accurate with his shots, and he lands hard power shots, and it just take one shot really to put you out or put you down or hurt you or badly have you wobbled. So man, and Wade, he likes to come forward with his hands down a little bit too, but you know, he'll show you different looks. The high guard, fight with his hands down, going back or coming forward a little bit, but just none of this is going to work. I just don't think, it's hard to say because I haven't really seen his chin tested. Well, Brinson tested it with those left hooks, but if Brinson was able to buzz him and hurt him, I think Triple G would be able to knock him out. As an American fan, would it be great if Wade won the titles? Of course, you know what I mean. But so I mean that would be nice, but I just think realistically he's just not in Triple G's class. I see this fight ending in about the 5th or 6th round. Wade does have a victory over Sam Solomon, you know, the wily old veteran. Still giving guys problems at 40. Was he 41, 42 years old? You know, Solomon's been in there with guys like Felix Sturm and, you know, Jermaine Taylor, and been in there with a few different guys, man. So Anthony Mundine, I can't remember who else, but so that was a good victory. It was a split decision. That was a fight that I didn't watch, but I did watch about 4 or 5 other fights. Probably check that one out. But even by watching that, even if he dominated and they had the scores too close, just from what I see of him as a fighter, just who he is as a fighter, he hasn't seen anything like Triple G. He hasn't been in there with anybody like a Triple G. So I'm gonna try to look for that Solomon fight. I don't know what's on here, but I watched the Grover fight, and I probably watched about 4 fights, but not the Solomon fight. But I don't think he has anything to offer Triple G at all. Just youth and his bravery, really, because he doesn't have a great jab. He likes to jab a lot. He's active, but he doesn't have a great jab. He doesn't have great power, although I did see him knock somebody out. He can't move, but he doesn't have great footwork. And I think in the trenches, Triple G is just going to overwhelm him with just experience and just being an outright better fighter. I think he's just a better fighter, just outright better fighter. I want to see these guys in the middleweight division step up, man, and fight this guy after this fight. But Triple G, landslide victory. I think this look kind of like man, I don't think it'd be a left hook that's gonna knock him out. Just my opinion on this fight. YTBC, I'm out.